In this video, I am going to be showing you guys how to get impregnated by a Reaper on Genesis 2. A new Discord of events, updates and more, linked in the description and comments below. Hello everybody, Crusher Callan here, and today I'm playing Ark Survival Evolved, and in this episode, I am going to be showing you guys how to get impregnated by a Reaper on Genesis 2, just like you guys saw in the intro, so let's get into it. You can get impregnated by a Reaper on two maps, AB and Gen 2. The AB method is tailored pretty much to bigger tribes or more dedicated players, whereas this method is a lot easier to do and can be done pretty much on the day that you spawn into Genesis 2. Now, before we start, just a note, you will need the Genesis 2 season pass for this, which you will actually need to pay for, but it's a pretty good map and a very good method for getting impregnated by a Reaper, so let's get into it. So what you want to do is you want to make your way to this location on the map, 5026.4, and you want to come down to this little cave system over here. So there'll be the river, all the metal structures and that around, and then down here there'll be this little cave system, and you want to enter that cave system. Before we do though, we're going to need something. So we're going to need foundations and beds. I've already got the stuff here, but if you need to, you can either gather it yourself, or you can go to Helena, say hello, which will give you 300 hexagons, and with that you can buy plenty of wood, hide, thatch and fibre to build yourself a foundation and bed. So I'm just going to start crafting the bed and foundation. So the more beds the better. But you will only need one foundation. So let's head into the cave now. So what you want to do is you just want to be using your Federation tech suit. It is amazing for moving around and will actually save you from like just about every threat in the cave. So the best way of moving before you actually head into where it's dangerous is by holding right click for the dash and then pulling your map out. And then you'll be able to do that. I think I'm actually in fly mode real quick, so I'll just change back to walk. Alright, so now everything should be perfectly fine. My GCM is off, my God mode is off. This is just the way it would be if you were to have just spawned in. Do beware there is a lag point at this location here too. Alright, so basically, before we go in, the movement controls, holding right click, and then as you pull it, do your map, and then hold shift and you'll be able to boost around, and this has huge amount of speeds, so you'll go a very high speed through this. It's very mobile and you can turn corners very quickly. It's amazing. Anyway, so once you go through the little tunnel, it will open up to here with this like little plant bed thing in the middle. You want to go straight past this. You're not interested in this area at all. Alternatively, you can use control and do like your dash, which is quick, but you won't be able to turn corners in that. So from the entrance and past this room, you want to come to these three little grates here, and you want to head through them. That was a Reaper there, but it will be a king, so don't worry about that. From here, it'll open up into another big room. Pretty cool, but not interesting. You want to go through this little hole here. To find it, it's just down by the lake, the red water, and you want to go through here. This will lead you through a tunnel. And once you come out, you'll be in this massive big chamber. Now this is where you want to be. I've actually already died here once in a pre-recording. I had a few issues there, but anyway, it's this big room here, and in the middle you have Rockwell's Heart, the terminal, and the acid bath down below. That is what we're going to be using today. That is the highlight of this method. So basically this damages any creatures, players, tames, or wild dinos, and Reapers just so happen to be tameable once you get them to very low health. So this acid bath will do that for you. So you want to place your foundation somewhere safe. If you're on official servers, I would recommend somewhere decently hidden, but as long as it's out of the way of wild dinos, it works. So place your foundations, chuck your beds down, the more the better, and we'll head into finding a Reaper. So it has to be a queen. Now there's actually already one down here apparently, which is a queen. Now I could use this one, but I haven't lured it over here, and I want to show you guys the full method here. So we're just gonna kill this one when you get the chance, using commands. The Mantis is dead, but the Reaper is not. Now it is. Goodbye. Alright, the Reaper Queen is dead. Now we can find one that we actually want to tame. So, you want to look in this area up here, this massive big chamber. This is where all the Reapers spawn. Now they burrow underground. As you can see, that's a Reaper there burrowing down there. That is also a Reaper there burrowing around there. And that's also a Reaper just running around. What you want to avoid is these stationary holes with the little tails sticking out. They are basilisks, and they are very dangerous. You do not want to go near them. What you're looking for is either ones running around like this, or ones burrowing around like the two that we saw earlier. Now when you find a Reaper, you want to go up to it and ensure it's a queen. So go up to it and then press H. Your Helena will scan it, and that is a Reaper King. We're not interested in that. He can't impregnate us. He is of no use to us. So, you rinse and repeat until you find a Reaper Queen. And it looks like we might have a Reaper after us here. Now you want to get it on its own. It is a huge trouble if it is around other Reapers. That's the problem I had earlier. There was like 2 or 3 in one area, which is just too hard. You can't do 3 Reapers at one time. So there's actually one running around over here. 2 running around over here. Jeez, why are there so many Reapers today? So you can tell a queen apart because it's much bigger than a king. You see, that's the king there. That's the queen. The queens are huge. So it looks like this king's occupied. So we're going to try and see if we can get the queen. The queen is coming after us now. So you want to aggro it like I just did. And then absolutely bail. You want to get out of there as quick as you can. Because if your health stat isn't good, these things will quite comfortably one-shot you. So she's aggroed onto me, and you want to lead her straight into the pit down here. Let me just check it's a queen. Yeah, it's a queen. And you'll see the waterfall, and you want to lead it straight down here. And as you can see, whoo, it's jumped down. Now it appears there's another one already down here. So if this happens to you, and you'll find taming one already down there, then it saves you half the effort. But for me, I'm not interested in this one here, so I'm just going to kill this one off so you guys can see the full method. It's a lot harder if there's 2. If there are 2, you can just wait for the acid to kill it off. Otherwise you're going to have a bit of trouble. Alright, now, you can't have it burrowing, so it's burrowing down here. When it burrows, it doesn't take damage, so you need to lure it out. And at this stage, this is where these little tentacles are your worst nightmare. They knock you out of the sky and disable any of your tech stuff. So if you fall in the acid bath, you will die very quickly. So the acid rises and falls. When it falls, you want to find your Reaper and bring her out. And here she is. So you can get whacked by them and tank it. I've not leveled any health, but the problem is when you get hit by them with the little balls they shoot at you, like that. So here she comes, she's coming out, and press H on her again to see her stats, and you can actually see that her health is melting down with the acid. That's awesome. You got to get a Reaper down to 2% health in maybe a span of 5 seconds. I've just done like 1,500 damage to it. So you just rinse and repeat, aggro it, make sure it stays out. See, here she comes, and then when the lava comes up, she will start to die. So it's just keeping her aggroed while the acid is up, and keeping her taking damage. She's already lost 3k health. That is how well this method works. See, she's walking around, taking damage as she goes. Now you want to try and dodge her attacks and that, because she will get you low, but if you die, like I'm about to here, it is no problem. We got the beds, and the beds are right here. It's not going to slow us down whatsoever. Right, here she is again. Acid's coming up. And see, I died. See, when they do their spinny attacks like that, they can actually hit you from on the platform, which is problematic. But we got our beds. We respawn. And we go straight back at it again. Now this could take up to half an hour depending on how much health the Reaper has and how high level it is. But normally it won't be that long. She's coming back out again and she's down to 34k. That's already 12,000 health down. This method is amazing. I could be a level 2 character right now doing this, and I would be having no troubles at all. If you want to see my stats, I've leveled full movement speed, I've got hardly any health. You can do this easy. It just takes a bit of time is all. So like I mentioned earlier, you got to get them down to 2% for them to impregnate you. But you'll be able to tell when they're down that low. The main thing is getting them out of the acid bath quick enough for them not to die. But we'll get to that when we get them down low enough. So I'm going to go at this for a bit and I'll bring us back when we're almost done. Alrighty, I am back and we have gotten her down to just over 10k. So we're going to walk through this last little bit here with you guys. So I'm just going to pull her out again because she needs to take the damage. So this will probably be about maybe 2k health, 3k health or something. I'm not quite sure what the exact number will be for this one. It's different for each of them, but we'll see. Here in a second, down to 11k. Probably another two swimming sessions and she'll be done. So when she is ready to impregnate, you'll actually be able to see a little pink glowing mist above her back, and that is when you got to dart for this passageway here and the little ramp as quick as you can, because at the point where she's at like 2% health, she will not last long in this acid bath. So you really got to try and, when she's ready to impregnate, you got to get her out as quick as you can, and you can even start making your way there earlier. So I'm probably going to bring her over slightly so I don't have to run so far. That is where we're trying to go. That ramp there is where she'll be coming out. So the acid's going up again. Gonna aggro her. On 8k, dropping quickly. So it's gonna slowly move over. 7. What a dodge. Alright, 6.5. I think maybe 1 or 2 more and she'll be done. This is actually, I actually underestimated this a lot. This has gone a lot quicker than I expected it to. Oh, I don't know how much she's on now, but she should be getting down there. 5k. Got to keep her out to get her down to 2. Alright, it's going to be 1 more after this. So that only got her down to 4k. Oh, I'm going to try not to die here. Alright, lava acid's coming back up. You can actually tell with the heartbeat, so something else to keep in mind with the heartbeats. Heartbeats denote when the acid is coming up or going down. Alright, 3.8, I need to get her out. Keep her up. She's not ready yet. 3k. And as you can see, I'm right by the ramp now, so if I need to, I can quickly lead her out. And she's gone pink, and she walked out on her own accord, which is very handy. So now that she's pink, lead her out, and she's going to impregnate, and there we go. Now we'll see if she actually gets me or if I glitch out. And as you can see, I just got impregnated by a Reaper. And now she's going to disappear and go down. That's as easy as it gets. That was a pretty flawless run. You might be going at it for a bit longer, but that was maybe like 10-15 minutes max. So this is it just proves how good this method is. It is absolutely amazing. So I definitely recommend you guys go use it yourselves and get as many Reapers as you can, because they're great tames. But yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, and if you've got any feedback, put it in the comment section down below, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!